shake it, shake it, shake it, boom, 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 shake it, shake it, shake it, boom.
What's up, divine babies?
Welcome back to the Spiritually Sexy Podcast with your girl,
Pearl
and Amber,
where we invite open dialogue about infinite intimacies, connected with oneself and others, the seen and the unseen. But before we get into that, yo, welcome to the Spiritually Sexy Podcast, and it's a good day to be here. It's a beautiful, beautiful week already. Your girls, we're a few weeks ahead, so we got some content saved up, and we're just getting ahead of the game. Mm-hmm. Amber and I ahead, we're full force, and so when I say it's a good week, we're not in the middle of the week. We're at the end of the week for us. So we're doing big things here at the Spiritually Sexy Podcast. And we want to continue thanking all of our followers, subscribers, people who have been supporting, engaging our content. Thank you so much. We love you. Please. Yes. Mm-hmm. Continue to support, continue to engage your girl, continue to have open dialogue. Please, if you definitely want to be a part of this movement, if you want to be a guest on the Spiritually Sexy Podcast, feel free to email us, to jump on any of our platforms and invite yourself, so we can set up that time and create that open space and that safe space for you to come on here and have open dialogue with us. Okay, so remember, follow our YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube, hit the bell notification so you can get all the notifications. Because Amber and I, we feel froggy, we jump, we throw in some content on there anytime, any moment. We're gonna start doing some YouTube live soon. We're gonna start doing some TikTok live soon. So you guys need to be a part of this movie. If you don't want to miss out on anything, please follow, subscribe, like, share, scream our name, because we scream it every day. The Spiritually Sexy Podcast. Okay, today, Amber, I need music.
No, right?
Today we got our girl, my holistic queen, TT. My girl, I met her at a spiritual retreat, like Cece, who joined us, and these girls are so beautiful. These girls are full of light, love, realness, authenticness. I can't get the words out, but you guys understand. These girls, I am so grateful that they were a part of my journey, and they are a part of this collective, because we just love each other and learn off each other and continue to grow. And I'm just grateful they want to be a part of this movement with us. So I'm going to go ahead and invite TT onto the podcast with us. Amber, you have anything you want to say, boo?
Just thank you for communicating with us. We've had a couple people who have given us some good conversations, which I love. So who you are. I really appreciate you connecting and giving me something to connect with you with, because I'm a little deep water child. So giving me that depth that I needed is greatly appreciated.
Yes. People have been in our DMs, and it's not about no craziness, okay? Even though I ain't mad at them if they did. But it's definitely about connecting and having that open dialogue. So it's I'm so grateful. I'm filled with gratitude. Like,
same.
Spirit is working through us, honey, every single day.
And others, yes.
Yes, definitely. So we're waiting for our beautiful TT to join.
Yeah. It's exciting though.
It is, girl. We got so much to look forward to.
Here's TT.
Hi, I'm gonna put you on, baby. I'm gonna put you on the platform. Hey, TT. Thank you for joining the Spiritually Sexy Podcast with your girl Pearl and Amber.
So much.
So TT, you don't live in Florida no more, which makes me sad. But I'm happy for you. I hope this all works out for you out there, wherever you are. I don't know if you want me to scream where you at, but
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
Guys, to
Thank
know.
you. Thank you, baby. So tell us a little bit about yourself, TT. You know, I introduced you as the holistic queen because I know you do have a juicing company. You do have a juicing company. You deal with herbs. I know you had your own herb garden here in Florida, right? Like, I know. Please don't kill me if I get this wrong. You a vegan?
Plant-based, I would say.
Okay, plant-based. Okay. So yeah. So tell us a little more. We want to hear.
Yes, well, I am so grateful to be here. I am grateful for you ladies and just giving thanks to the Most High, Creator, my ancestors, and myself for just allowing me to be. But my name, yes, it is. My real name is Tiana. People do call me whatever you want to call me. I'm okay with that. I am a certified doula.
Yes.
It's before birth, during birth, after birth. Also, I am in IT as well. That's what I do. 9 to 5.
Okay.
The cybersecurity. That is gold.
That's big stuff.
I'm
Big stuff.
I did not know that.
That's big stuff.
See, it's so good to have people you know. I'm here for it. Grown and sexy. I'm here for it. IT is where it's at, boo. IT is where it's at.
It is.
Well,
I'm proud of you.
Like, technology is crazy right now.
Right. Right. So and plus, like, you can literally take it anywhere with you. So that's I support that 100%. I love that. You know, you can take that kind of a career with you. I can't be in something that keeps me stagnant. I have to have a career that I can take anywhere. If I make a sudden move, it's going with, you know what I mean? So that's dope. I'm proud of you, girl. I'm so proud of you, TT. Look, I learn something new every day.
Oh, like,
how long have you been in IT though?
I've been in IT for 3 years in total.
Okay.
Yes. There's so much to learn in IT, and like you said, the world is changing every single day. Technology is going crazy, so
yeah,
this is to be in for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree. It's funny how, like, the last, I want to say 3 years, a lot of people that I run into, even my ex, he did IT, but I have a lot of people that I run into nowadays for some reason are in IT, and I'm just like, I'm familiar. It's dope. I mean, I ain't mad at you. I don't hate at all. I'll be celebrating all day long.
Yeah.
All day. So TT, my holistic queen, Amber and I, today, our open dialogue, what we want to, like, really have open conversation about. We think that it's important to talk about wellness, especially the 8 dimensions of wellness, and specifically how to navigate this matrix that we're in every day and live our best life the best way we can. And these tools, the 8 dimensions of wellness, I think is really important. I think that we have a responsibility here at the Spiritually Sexy Podcast to drop some nutrition down on the people that are checking in. You know, we don't know where people are at in lives. So especially, I think about what I went out for a second, y'all. I was like, no. Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's okay, Mama. I always think about the divine babies. I think about the people that are starting their journey. You know, people that are looking for guidance and some authentic. They want to hear from authentic people. So not only we are just going to be 100% real with you, but we want to give you some nutrition. So I feel like this is a great topic to talk about.
Yes.
You open for that, ladies?
Yes.
Yes, let's have this open dialogue. Let's connect, okay? Because that's what we're here for. Let's connect and have this open dialogue. Okay, so let's talk about. All right, just so people understand what the 8 dimensions of wellness is. Okay, I'm gonna say it in order. We're probably gonna go out of order, so keep up. Okay, so 1, emotional. Okay, emotional wellness. 2, spiritual wellness. 3, intellectual wellness. 4, physical wellness. 5, occupational wellness. 6, financial wellness. 7, environmental wellness. 8, social wellness. So those are the 8 dimensional wellness. Those are the 8 pillars of the dimensional wellness. Okay. Amber, let's start with you. Spiritual wellness, boo. Give me your perspective in that and how you navigate with that.
Spiritual wellness for me, and I have to put it out there because I could be a little bit wonky sometimes with life as we go and kind of shout out our different signs and stuff. So I'm a Scorpio, so things can get very melancholy or be stuck in like a certain low point.
Okay.
Of all of this stuff. And so spirituality and spiritual wellness, having a healthy balance in that has helped me get out of those and help hold me accountable and keep me from spiraling, if I'm honest, just going down the wrong path. And it's literally has been everything for me because it liberated me.
Right.
It liberated me. It brought me people like you.
Right.
Both of you, you know, and it doesn't get more healthier than that for me.
Yeah, that's dope. That's so dope. Titi, what's up?
Yes, I agree with Amber. Just spirituality to me, first and foremost, just learning your are knowing what makes you happy, knowing what makes you cry, so you can, if it makes you happy, you know, you can lean towards it. If it makes you negative way, you can just connecting with oneself, be connected to the source.
Yes, I'm so here for that. Yes, spiritual wellness for me, like let me just say this: spirituality has definitely saved my life multiple times, like no other. Like I, you know, being human, going through this human experience, sometimes we put a lot of faith in people. And I've unfortunately have always been let down, disappointed, you know, going through the human experience, you know. So spiritual wellness for me definitely saved my life. It's definitely a strong foundation for me. It's forever evolving, especially when I learn more about myself and spend time with oneself, like you said, and then, you know, doing some introspecting, learning, like going on spiritual retreats like I did, you know, and meeting like-minded women and people in general. Like it's been, this community is it's a beautiful community to be a part of. We hold each other accountable, so having like-minded people to help keep me grounded is what spirituality has brought to me. So I'm grateful for it.
It taught me that I wasn't alone.
Yeah.
And just this is much bigger. So like just knowing that and knowing to focus on that, letting it be our focus, and that's what together, knowing that, you know, the mission, the cause is big.
Yes, huge responsibilities, but in a way it's almost like it's not even a responsibility, it's a purpose. It's a purpose. You know what I mean? And it's a forever evolving, growing purpose. But you people, you know, right now it's really aesthetically pleasing to be spiritual, but people don't really talk about what it's really like to be spiritual.
Gotta work. Let's
They don't talk about the dark side of this.
Yes. A lot, and it's so crazy how you said, like, people that they betray spirituality. It's like and a whole wave that everybody wants to do their waist beat, whether it's scarf and base. It's way bigger than that. Like you can still not be connected.
Right. You could be an atheist and still do all of that. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta put in the work for real, and that is mentally, physically, emotionally, like, just the 8 wellness of dimension, like.
Right. Right. And that's why I thought it was so important to have this discussion, because I feel like there's a lot of purpose out there, bro. There's a lot of fucking purpose out there, and I'm just so over it, bro. I want to just start calling people out, but I can't because I don't want to get sued.
Right.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how people are just like money hungry and like message, and that's not what it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not. And they tend to, I always say they tend to cosplay spirituality, but they don't know what it comes with. There's a lot of, there's not even sometimes a preparation for your journey. It's just faith, jumping. And then there's a lot of crying, alone, solitude, growing. And growing is not comfortable.
No.
It's not comfortable. And so when people do this whole like, oh, I'm loving light and this, and granted, I understand, but I snot nose fetal position cried on my journey. You know what I mean? And there's many times where I said I don't even want to be spiritual anymore. You know what I mean? And I couldn't put it down, no matter what I tell her.
Your spiritual won't let you put it down, girl.
Hey, the life chose you. You didn't choose this life.
Right.
That entire part. You didn't choose it. I always speak of like how you said on having awareness of knowing like your spirit's kind of origin story of what's really going on and why you move the way you move and why you do the things you do and past lives. I understand we don't all believe in the same things, but oh my gosh, I've been awakened to like Amber's beautiful parts and icky parts.
But see, that's why I feel like it's so important to have such a platform, because I want people to have that open dialogue with us. I want people to be able to reach out when they're going through their darkness. So when you feel alone, like, I don't want to get emotional.
Oh yeah,
let us know.
It's real.
Like when you feel alone and you feel isolated.
Oh my God, I'm not.
This platform is for you to come and hold these conversations, and we're here to hold space. Like, it's just so important. Like, this shit is real. This shit is real life. Like, it's not a stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a stage. And I hate to cry because I'm going out tonight and I got makeup on.
Aw, I'm trying to keep it together too.
Bro, like, I really think that it's important. I just want to make that very clear. It's so important for us to, be able to connect with each other, especially those dark moments during our spiritual journey. It's not easy. It really does take a village. It really does take a community. And I just know that, I just know how important it is to connect.
Love is I agree.
Yeah.
Agree 100%.
Yeah. Okay. Woo! Girls. Okay. Emotional wellness. TT, let's talk about emotional wellness, girl.
Emotional wellness, just prime example.
Yeah.
Tears of whatever it was coming from. It could be tears of joy, tears of sadness, but those tears, how I am portraying and what I feel, what energy and spirit is telling me, those were tears of, look at me now, like I've been through it and now I'm here, like, and I'm grateful that I've been through it, and I'm grateful that I can be a vessel to let that, you're not alone, because we all so I love that. So emotional wellness is feeling the emotion, feeling how you feel, but not sitting there. Like,
girl, don't unpack that. That's what my auntie tells me. She's like, you can visit, but don't unpack.
Yeah, shout out to auntie for real. That's what it is. Like, we all have feelings and we all have emotions, but like what have us be negative or what have us go into depression is when we negative feeling and don't let it go. Like, we are flowing beings, so everything needs to flow through us. the
Right.
good and bad. So
Right.
that's what emotional wellness is, just, being aware of how you feel, find a solution to that negative feeling, or if it makes you happy, feed that happy feeling.
Yeah.
Aware of that.
Yeah, thank you, TT. Emotional wellness to me is being, and this is new for me, TT. Like, I've never been one to, and Amber, this, I've never been one to, I've always been one to, I'm very boisterous, don't get me wrong. I'm very opinionated, I'm very expressive, like, that's just my personality. But I tend to let people see just the better parts of me. And I've always suffered in silence, right? I've always known that my uncomfortability makes other people uncomfortable, and I've never been able to just feel. I've always ended up being destructive somehow to myself, my spirit, and people around me. So today, my emotional wellness is being able to transmute that, being able to. I'm so blessed today, though, because I have a beautiful spiritual team behind me that I work with. And with my spirituality, I have my belief system that I lean heavy, super duper heavy on, and I have a beautiful sister who's like number one in my life. Even though I have biological family, Amber plays a big role in my life. I have my soul tribe like you and Cece and Mimi and everybody. Like, even though we're all really busy with our lives, you guys, we always support each other, and I'm just so grateful for that. But there's a time where I didn't have that. When I want to say, when I was more religious.
Yeah.
When I was more religious, I didn't allow myself to feel. Yeah. And I didn't know what that looked like, and I didn't want to deal with it. So I would be very destructive. So my emotional wellness today is to be able to transmute that. And I don't give a damn who's uncomfortable. If you're uncomfortable, that means you don't belong in my space. People that love me, regardless of how uncomfortable it gets, you're going to teach me, show me, or just deal with me when I'm heavy. You know what I mean? You don't have to, but if you are genuinely meant to be there, then that's what it is. So yeah, emotional wellness for me is definitely not allowing it to manifest physically, mentally, emotionally, just being able to transmute it. That's what it looks like for me. And it looks different for everybody. Fitness is my other way of transmuting it. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yes, for sure. Yeah. Same here.
Yeah. So Amber, what's your, how you feel about emotional wellness?
That has been a big journey for me.
Right. A lot of us
thinking on things. I know you guys said, like, oh, you guys are Capricorns and stuff like that. Well, my moon, which is your emotions, is in Capricorn.
Yep.
So, and that's in detriment. That's not a comfortable space. It's not a comfortable space. And then having all the Scorpio placements. So I'm highly, highly sensitive. But I grew up not allowing myself to have these emotions, or cut certain things out that make me feel emotional and not deal with them, because the Capricorn moon energy is like, if it doesn't serve a purpose, don't cry about it right now.
Right.
Very sensitive. So I've always been in the energy of keep it together, never let anybody see you cry. And I've struggled with expressing my emotions. I noticed that I'm good at being a cheerleader for others, but I'm like the cruelest person to myself. I'm very hard on myself. So now I'm happy with spirituality and people like yourselves. It has taught me to be more loving and more gentle with myself and my emotions, and transmute it into something healthy.
Yes.
With Pearl, I'm sure she's noticed the difference too, because I don't let people in.
Sure? Duh. We're on this podcast, boo.
Question, y'all. They'll ask me a question and I'll take them on this journey and all of this stuff, but I am learning to express myself, feel, and just say, hey, this is what it is. I've gone on a journey where I had to remove a lot of things out of my life and really just sit in my own energy and be like, this is who you are. It is what it is, but it does serve a purpose.
Yeah.
And these things serve a purpose, and these emotions serve a purpose. So I'm a lot more healthier, and as far as sharing them with others, and because I've always been empathetic, I'm empath, all that stuff, but it's been a challenge to like know how to express what I'm feeling. But I'm doing a lot better, a lot. It feels good.
Yeah.
Now, ladies, when it comes to wellness, do you guys like journal as being another way of?
Definitely. I feel like this podcast too is another way of journaling for me. I also feel like I use my platforms a lot. Like I separate all my platforms, like my Facebook. I have my personal page was mostly family and friends. Obviously, I have a business, so it is open. But I do a lot of like posting like things that just come to mind, and I'll put it there. You know what I mean? Because it's my platform. Like it's a tool, and that's what I use it for. Whatever that looks like to other people, I don't care. I get off my platform.
Right.
I do that a lot. Like Facebook is a good way for me expressing a lot of my emotions, but so social media in general, I use that too as my platform to journal. For me, it's a sense of journaling. So, but yeah, I do journal, definitely.
I journal too. I'm a little bit corny. I love gel pens. So I have a gel pen collection. It's my favorite thing, and that's how I journal. But I've always been really connected to like music and kind of just the lucid dreaming, and then putting that out into reality through art. I can't draw, but I am very creative. So that helps me get the emotions out too. Whatever I can't say, I'm gonna get it out in some kind of artistic way.
Yeah. What about you, TP?
That's helping me, like dancing, like just dancing very easy. That helps me get a lot of. I definitely do journal. I have a couple of journals. Like one journal is for a dream journal. One journal is just day went. One journal is like plans or goals that I have. Right. And I'm also very like mindful too. Like when my interaction with certain people, like after I interact with that person, how do I feel emotionally? Like it's good, it's bad. If it's bad, I just pull myself from that person, not no hatred or anything.
Right.
So
yeah, that's people need to know how to differentiate that though. Eliminate, and it's a boundary, and it's a good thing. Mm-hmm. Right. You know what I'm saying? Respecting and honoring your boundaries are a good thing, So yeah, I like you separated them. I do too. Like even like I was telling you about social media, I separate them for all different reasons. And same thing with my journals. Like I have a business journal, I have a future journal for like goals and dreams and ideas, and then I got a journal that's full of drama. Girl. So yeah, journaling is definitely a good way of just getting things out. But I don't want to make it sound negative, but I definitely felt like even when I was journaling, sometimes I needed to connect. Mm-hmm. And I needed to connect. I needed to talk to somebody. It wasn't really a need. Well, I guess it is a human need, right? Like I needed to connect, but I was so like I for a minute, then my best friend and I, we were in contact, and it was like I didn't want to talk to nobody else. You know what I mean? And it was so hard to deal with life at that time because I didn't have that connection to nobody. I was scared to be close to anybody, you know? So, even though I find journaling to be very, 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 very enlightening, connecting is more important to me. I guess that's just me, I guess everybody's a little different though, they handle things differently. All right, intellectual girls. We should start off with intellectual. You want to go there? Yeah, I think what's crazy. I feel like a lot of our conversations have pretty much merged all of the the 8 dimensions of wellness. But even let me think. Intellectual. I feel like that's a form of connecting. Having intellectual conversations like we are today. Like we're having this open dialogue and connecting and finding a safe space to do this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like women connecting. I feel like that's so important. I feel like in the Black community or in minority theory, I feel like there's a big divide our women. And unfortunately, I feel like a lot of the patriarchal system is what created this disconnect with all of us, unfortunately. But to just feel safe talking to women is huge for me, because I was never the type of female to be around females. You know what I mean? Like, deal with females. I was like, females don't mess with me, I don't mess with them, but that was really my old belief system, being religious and stuff like that, So to be able to have these intellectual conversations with my sisters, healthy, everybody has their own opinion, everybody has their own perspective. Everybody sees things there from their own lens, but at the end of the day, just being able to hold intellectual conversations is super important.
Yeah. Intellectual conversations are really deep for me. I suck at small talk. I'm awkward. But I have social anxiety, but if you get something deep in there, it doesn't matter what it is. If you're like, oh, what do you think? There's life out there. I'm going to be
Right.
So I'm also a sucker for knowledge, and just like kind of what Pearl was saying back in like being more religious, I noticed that a lot of times we're taught not to love on women and to be like, oh, feminine energy's bad, yada yada yada. And so I grew up a tomboy too, but I never learned a lot of feminine things, and so intellectually just picking up on the feminine energy from others has really taught me so much. Learning from other women, gaining knowledge, healing that aspect of me of what feminine energy looks like. That's just been a wonderful thing for me, being able to connect, gain new knowledge, look for new knowledge. I'm always thirsty for it. I'm a little nerd, so I'm gonna go looking for things. Every time I tell her, I'm like, oh, I'm taking this new class, or I'm doing this and I'm doing that. My brain is still in that sponge form, like a child, where I just want to learn and learn and learn and learn.
And that's amazing.
You sound like for real when you say like just always wanted to learn. Like being in the medical field, IT, like totally different field.
Right.
Wanting to learn everything and just being intellectual about it, and like you said, like we are the teachers, and can come here and like this dialogue, just talk about one another without see each other do good, and even if that means me. See, a lot of us want to see each other but not better than themselves.
Yeah.
So,
woo! Say it loud for the people in the background, TT.
For real, just experiencing, witnessing, but like I'm just so glad. I'm a doula, like I feel like we need that support, like you said, especially in the community. Like we laugh, we're against each other, we hating, or we doing this, we doing that, but all in all, one. And if we can really when we all come together, like put our minds together and build off of, change the world for real. But
that part, we got to start in little pieces. Everybody hold their own weight. Let's do this. Everybody pull weight on your end. And before you know it, okay, that's all I gotta say.
Right.
Everybody needs to pull their weight and start connecting. And stop moving from a place of fear, because fear is the biggest paralyzer. Fear is the reason why people are worried about what other motherfuckers think. Worried about, listen, if you are authentic, the people are not gonna like you, and that's okay. But you got a whole community of people that's gonna love you.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like your badge of honor. Like show me your mark, or show me your badge of honor. Like it's even, I'm not religious anymore, but some things within the book stuck out for me, where it says you're not of this, what does it say, not of this world, or something like that, within that kind of scripture. And that sits with me, like it still sits with me, because I don't feel like I'm doing typically what society tells me to do.
No, none of us are.
But also, like how you guys were saying with connecting and women and stuff like that, and fear and stuff like that, and you were saying about medical field. I went to trucking school, and
Girl.
I don't touch
Right.
anything in my car, even if it's the windshield wiper at the time, if I don't know what it means. But I was on a mission, and I was like, this is out of my element. And if you guys don't know, I am extremely height challenged. I'm only 4'11". I'm only 4'11". You're a tiny mama. And so I spent many times crying in the bathroom, talking to Pearl. I strapped up my little Doc Martens and I got it done. I got it done. So that, I feel like fear, once you push through it, there's so much freedom on the other side. And after that, like, couldn't nobody tell me nothing.
Right.
Couldn't nobody tell me nothing. Right. What I couldn't learn, what I could learn, because after, I'll be honest with you, I kind of struggled with intellect as far as thinking that I was a bright person. And after that let me know, like, I know parts of the engine. Can't nobody.
That bad you talking about, honey. That bad you talking about. That bad you talking about. All right, boo. Let's talk about it. Occupational. So we all talked about our little careers just now. I feel like we have to touch on everything when it comes to the 8 dimensions, because it's literally our experience and this is life, right? So occupational. Personally, me, I'm a rule breaker. I'm a rule breaker, y'all. I'm a rule breaker. So most of my occupations, I had to go to school, get degrees, all of that stuff, right? And realize that I probably can't work for other people. I mean, even in the service industry, because I obviously all my businesses are in service. I work for people, but just not for people. Let me say that, right? I'm here to be of service to people, obviously, but being, a business owner, I can pick and choose who I want to deal with. So that's that part, right? I can be a leader, right? I can show you what a leader looks like, because there's nothing I wouldn't do. I'll tell somebody else to do that I wouldn't do, right? That I feel like leadership is really missing in the employment world. I guess that's what you call it, the job, getting a job, occupational wellness. I feel like it's doing something that you love to do. I don't give a damn. Sometimes you're gonna have to do things that you don't want to do to figure out what you want to do. So finding that balance of occupational wellness. Figure out what you want to do, and that means dive into stuff that you're not comfortable with. That means dive into stuff that you can never see yourself doing. You don't know until you dive into it. And I'm saying that because I've done that. I lived it. School of Hard Knocks right here, So that's what I feel like occupational wellness looks like. It looks like freedom, because you're happy doing what you do.
Yeah.
I love that. And it's crazy that you said pretty much doing things that you never thought you were going to do because you love it. I talk to myself all the time. And I literally that before we started to record, like just going over my day. I talk to myself on my day. I'm like, just doing things that you thought you would do because you never know you love it. Like find your purpose. That's how you find your calling, what you're supposed to do. It's like you said, occupational wellness is like being happy doing what you're doing, like, serving the community, whatever it is, as long as you're doing it, you will have, so you have freedom, you have options, and again, the money will come. Like, once it will come, like, not even trying to search for the money or trying to get a job of this money, like, just build that, start from zero and just start building, and you'll be happy when it comes to occupational wellness.
Yeah, definitely. Amber, you should definitely talk on that, because I feel like, honey, I feel for you, like, I feel it strong because I know what's up.
Okay, so similar to Pearl, I'm very much a rebel. So I've always struggled with authority and integrity and morale and stuff like that. And I noticed I've probably worked done every type of field you could think of, just trying to dibble and dabble.
Right.
And I learned quickly that I cannot work under people, because if it challenges my integrity, if it challenges my morals, if it challenges my beliefs, I'm not doing it. And
Period.
like that, I was in the medical field for a long time and caring for other people and seeing the neglect, and I would not keep my mouth shut, and they're like, well, you need to just be quiet. And I'm like, this is somebody's family member.
Right.
And I learned quickly, like, Amber, this ain't for you. This ain't for you, because you don't know how to shut up. And I've always
do the job.
I've always struggled with that. So moving forward, I know that my purpose was always to be of service to others.
Right.
So I didn't want to go against my spirit with that and just do whatever for the money, and I would never feel fulfilled. And so now I'm at a place where if it's not in alignment with my purpose of serving and being able to keep that, I don't want to do it. And so that led me to Amber needs to work for herself.
That part.
I have to work for myself, or, with my sister, or, people like you, because I can't do it. I can't just do whatever I want. Like, even when we talk about spirituality, there's consequences if I just do whatever the heck I want. It doesn't matter. I can't be like, oh, this is my job, my spiritual team. I don't care. That's
right.
Not, you never came to me about the problem to fix it. So there's just some things I can't do within occupational that I can risk it being like a slight on my spirit. I'm just not going to gamble it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when we talk about financial wellness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Financial wellness, like TT said, and I'm piggyback off TT, like when you have done the work, and when you done things you ain't never want to do, you ain't never thought you would do ever in life, when you start moving from a place of curiosity, pushing through the fear and all of that, like money comes. Money comes. When you do the work, period, with spiritual, I feel like spirituality is just like anything. You breathe it, right? It's your lifestyle, it's your belief system, it's your foundation, it's your everything. When you're doing the work, though, to better yourself and become a better human being, because it evidently is work, right? Things open up for you.
Yes.
Doors open up for you. People come into your life that temporarily, they're only there for that season, for that purpose, but they're going to serve their purpose. They're going to serve their purpose. And financial wellness is everything that we talked about leads to that right there. You being present and continue doing the work every day, God is going to make a way.
Yes.
God is going to make a way. As long as you're doing the work, though, you cannot expect things to happen to you for you if you're not doing the work.
Yeah.
Action you shall receive, but you also got to do the work.
Yes.
So financial wellness, being satisfied financially, how it satisfies you. Money, obviously, the world goes around with money, but when you are internally, spiritually happy, excited inside about life, these things, money just flows. So that's what financial wellness looks like to me.
I definitely with that. Like, now that you say that, I remember a situation that happened to me not long ago. Like, somebody really called me broke. Like, another female, she called me broke. And in my mind, I'm like, I am so rich spiritually. And
right.
Yes.
Will open up for you. Like, the more that the more that I give, whether it's money, if it's love, whatever, the more that comes back to me 10 times. So, like, just being financially well on that aspect, like you said, just being comfortable, being happy about your finance situation. For me, that is having multiple incomes. Double and down everything that I my hands on for the most part, and just keeping that currency float. And that's why I started my garden as well, because that's an abundance of money. I can feed at the end of the day. So it's always be straight when it comes.
Right. Amber, my girl.
Okay, so when we break down financial, I think the word that sticks out for me is abundance. It doesn't necessarily have to just be like I got millions, billions, and Ferraris.
Right.
So from 2000, I would say, well, I could say all my life, but I would say from 2020 to about 2023, I was down bad, y'all. I was down real bad.
Right.
Spirituality, and I know we're going back to this and I sound like a broken record, but it brought me abundance where I didn't know where money was coming, but it was coming. I couldn't tell you how it got there. I couldn't tell you how the check got in my mail. I couldn't tell you how that ended up in my account. I couldn't even all kinds of ways. I couldn't tell you how it happened. I couldn't tell you how I was paying this bill, but the bill was paid. And just really let's talk
about you doing the work though. Let's talk about you getting up every freaking day. Every freaking day we getting up. Don't want to get out of bed. Life is kicking our asses. Life is lifing.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And our faith and our hope and our we know we got a whole spirit team behind us that kick our asses too. But you know what I mean? But we getting up I feel like I'm not diminishing anything men go through, but I feel like women, we go through it. We go through it, and it's hard. It's hard to get the hell up every day, be a parent, be a teacher, be everything to everybody. Yeah. Right. Be everything to everybody. We have to get the hell up and make it happen. No matter what. Things like that to transpire, for money to come abundantly. We have to get up and do those things. And I just want to make this very clear. I feel like, especially unfortunately in this generation, a lot of ethics when it comes to doing the work is not seen. I feel like people are entitled. They feel very, very entitled.
They want instant gratification, like
fast food life.
Not doing that thing.
Running your mouth is not going to make it happen. And if you do, start a podcast. Okay, maybe you get some funds that way. I don't know what to tell you, but you have to do the work, man. And Amber, I remember when you were going through your stuff, and TJ, I can only imagine, what myself, like when life hits hard. And it don't be one thing, it be a multiple of things that come to you, and it be the universe testing us, and the universe putting us through the challenges and building our character. And we don't know, we don't understand at the time where the hell this shit is coming from. Why is it happening? Who sent it? Who sent this? Send it back to sender, okay? Send it back to sender. I don't want it. But going through that process and healing and doing the work, and that's when you will have gratitude, and when the flow of financial wealth and abundance, prosperity, doors opening will happen for you. I just want to make that clear, because I just feel like people are very entitled, and they're like, well, you said no. I said do the work. I said do the work.
Yeah, none of it came without any work. Sacrifice myself, sacrificing my own comfortabilities, the things that make me feel safe, and just diving in and trusting, killing my ego, my negative thoughts, healing, accepting my flaws, accepting what I did wrong, and not just looking at what other people did wrong.
That part. Yeah, man.
It was a journey, and then
it is a journey, and it's a never-ending journey. Just when we thought we evolved, there's something else we got to learn.
Yep. I just.
There's something else. Just when we thought we had it, we're like, something else has to come. You can't get comfortable. Period. You just can't get comfortable.
Levels to this, and the more we unlock the abundance life, and like you said, just having gratitude and being grateful for how that's gonna bring the eternal abundance on every aspect of life.
Period. All right, so I'm gonna kind of like bring these two in because, ladies, as much as I love talking to you girls, I'm so grateful that we have this platform to talk on and speak our minds and have open dialogue. I want to talk about environmental and social. We're gonna kind of like merge those in together. So environmental wellness and social wellness.
Mm-hmm.
So Titi, how does that look for you?
I should say they go together for me.
Definitely.
Environmental, that is more like your surroundings.
Right.
You know, who you grew up around, those type of things definitely affect. I know everyone heard birds that flock together, or birds that stay together flock together.
Right.
Like that.
Right, you had it.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be like that. Like I'm like, oh yeah, my friends, they do this and that. I'm doing it.
Right.
On it all the time and constantly, you become that.
Right.
So being very aware and being deserves to be in your life, because everyone doesn't deserve to be in your life. So just being your surroundings, that helps you evaluate. Also socially, like who are you giving your anything you say to anyone, even negative, you're giving them energy.
Yeah.
So we just have to be mindful and protect. So I feel like that's what it means to me.
Yeah, you pretty much summed it up. I totally agree. Environmental, and if you hang out in the barbershop long enough, you're gonna get a haircut.
Yeah.
If you hang out in the barbershop long enough, you're gonna get a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
People, places, and things. Amber and I always refer to this dimension as the Matrix, right? There are legitimately there's bots everywhere, even in family, even your family.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have to have some self-awareness. And don't get me wrong, even when you are self-aware, a lot, I could say it for myself, I move sometimes from a prideful place when I feel like I know myself, and then boom, I'm like, God damn, I didn't know shit.
Right.
I've been bamboozled.
Mm-hmm.
I've been fooled. God damn, I've been fooled. So it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen to you multiple times in life. So hopefully not. You learn from it and you see the signs, and you could avoid people, places, and things. I mean, not avoid, because nothing's really avoidable, but just be able to pick out the people that you need to just remove from your environment socially. Just be aware. That's really all I could say with that. It does matter who you have around you. It does matter. People energy can definitely affect you. I do believe in the evil eye. I do know that that's a real thing. I believe that I'm divinely protected, and I believe the people around me are divinely protected. But there are energies out there that we can't see that are just there. So we have to do the work in protecting ourselves. So yeah, that's what environmental and social wellness looks like to me. Winging out, being able to wing out the people energies, all of that just doesn't serve a purpose, and let them go. It's no beef, it's no drama.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't click, and that's what it is. Everybody's not meant to be there or go with you where you're going. So
definitely, I'm gonna just kind of piggyback off of what you both said about the social and having certain people around you. I had to learn that sometimes the only thing you have in common with people as far as family goes is genetics. We don't have, a lot of us didn't have, or I felt like people didn't really know me, and I can only share but a percentage of who I was, and I had to control it. So I knew at some point that a lot of people wouldn't be going with me where I'm going, because I wouldn't be able to flourish. I wouldn't be able to just exist. I wouldn't be able to be free. And that was very hard for me too, because the loyalty aspect that you're trained, the whole blood thicker than water, all of that stuff. But I learned that my environment played a big role, my social as well, on my stagnation and my growth.
What do they call that though? Like they call that some kind of it's a toxic bond. What do they call that?
I can't think of it right
When
now.
you have, say it again, TT?
A trauma bond.
Trauma bonding.
Yeah, I had a lot.
Family and friends, people keep people around for that trauma bond. You got to know how to sever that thing.
Yeah, I believe when I was younger, me and my first love or whatever, we probably just trauma bonded.
Yeah.
I don't think it was like probably meant to be or go as far as it did. It's just we didn't have the proper surroundings or social and all of that stuff. We just kind of cling to each other in that sense. But now I'm learning my environment, my social circle, being a person that has social anxiety and stuff like that. I have to connect with the right people because it's literally healing. It's freeing. It helps me love on myself a little bit better. And it plays a big role. I don't care. Even me being a homebody, being an introvert, social, you need it.
Yes.
I don't like to get me to leave out the house is something.
Yeah.
I'm an introvert, but I'm learning my lesson that the human experience is about connecting. Mm-hmm. And it'll bring you out of that depressing phase, no matter whether it just be somebody, but oh, you look nice today, and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know that. You know what I mean? Or they heal you. So social environment plays a big role. I have to have that's why I got a lot of craziness going on. It's just freeing and healing for me to just
I love your aesthetic.
I'm a big child.
I love it.
We all should be our child.
Right. Adulting sucks. Adulting is ghetto.
It's a setup. It's such a setup. I struggle with adulting for sure.
Hey, I think a lot of us do. There's no playbook on really how to adult because we can't really rely on other people for that.
I think our generation, we're just now, we went through so much with like the generations before us with the programming stuff.
Oh, with the projecting of their fears and stuff, yeah.
We're just our healed teenager selves.
Yeah,
I'm forgetting the healthy teenage version of us.
Yes, that part. Well, girls, I love having this open dialogue with you girls. Like, TT, it's such a pleasure to have you here. And we here at the Spiritually Sexy Podcast don't want this to be a one and done. So we're hoping to see you, catch up with you in the future. We're going to be having some lives too. So make sure you join us on all our platforms. And
I don't need, but I'm gonna definitely get into it.
Yes, please. And we're here. You have the number. We can communicate, whatever. But I believe that you're supposed to be here, and we're supposed to be doing the work together. So I'm grateful that you're here today. Amber is grateful, and we at the Spiritually Sexy Podcast is grateful.
I say, sisters, keep blessing yourself. Like I love everything. I'm so proud. Like, like y'all. So just keep going, no matter what. And I'm here.
Thank you.
About this, like, sis, I'm here for y'all.
I love you, Titi. Thank you. All right, but we're gonna catch up. Love you.
Great day, weekend.
Bye, mama. Oh my God, I'm so grateful.
That was so refreshing.
Yes. Listen, divine babies, we are here to create this safe space. This is what we want. We want you guys to please join us here on the podcast. Amber and I are going to be going live soon on YouTube. We're going to be, so have the bell notifications on so that way you can get the alert. So when we're going live, we're going to be having Q&As. We've been also thinking about bringing out some merch. Okay, so I've been trying to put out little sneak peeks and stuff like that. We'll have more details about that in the near future, but we just wanted to throw that out into the universe.
Yes, put it out there.
We throw things out into the universe so we can know what to do with it. take the information and do what it do. But thank you for joining this dialogue with us on the Spiritually Sexy podcast. Make sure to follow our TikTok. We're going to be going live on there, our Instagram, and our Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Put those bell notifications on. Amber and I love you. Amber, you want to say something?
I don't know why I'm feeling so emotional now, but just thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for responding. Thanks for those who are connecting. And just thanks for existing.
Thank you. We love you guys. Bye, Divine Babies.